Oh boy, this one's gonna be rough. Speaking of movies that I watched at a younger age, they're going back to the well, and we are getting a live-action Streetfighter movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
For you, it was the worst day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. Look, the campy... Okay, so we don't have much. In a recent Las Vegas licensing show, it was the two directors who were responsible for Talk to Me from A24. They revealed that they have the Street Fighter license, and Legendary Pictures will be helming a new live-action Street Fighter movie. I believe the gentlemen are named, let me get their names here, Danny and Michael Philippou. But yeah, Collider was the first to break this story, and it is a live-action video game. We don't know much about it. It's just that it is now in development. We got some word that it was possibly coming, but it is confirmed. We are developing a Street Fighter film, and okay, I'm trying to gather the words here. The first Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme is a guilty pleasure movie, and it is by no means good at all. No. It is not a good movie. The best thing about this movie is Raul Julia.
And, like, the line you quoted is a baller line.
Yes, it is. Raul Julia was totally over the top. You can't beat... He made that movie. We had Ming Na Wen. We had Jean-Claude Van Damme. But anyway, we had Kylie Minogue friggin' as Cammy. But, there's a way to make this movie good, okay? There's been a lot of fan films about Street Fighter properties. One of my favorites was Assassin's Fist. You know why? Because they got the storyline correct, but they also interjected some really good martial arts. That is what you need to do on this film. If you remember the first Mortal Kombat movie, the absolute first Mortal Kombat movie, it was not as huge budget as some other movies that were out there. Right. A lot of the effects were okay, but the one thing that this movie stood tall on was great martial arts, great fight scenes, and it didn't lag between a lot of them either. That is the formula that this new Street Fighter movie needs to follow. So I'm hopeful. I want this. Street Fighter it's a license that's been around for a while.
And like, we are past the days of saying that you cannot make a good video game adaptation. That's just not true anymore. Yeah. Fighting games, however, have been still very rough to make. The new Mortal Kombat was rough in a lot of... It had a couple elements that I did like. It was really rough in a lot of places, and the overall story I didn't find...
I mean, it's a little hard to ideate around... because they have such big characters and there's so many of them. What, for instance, League of Legends did so well in Arcane was like, we're going to talk about this. And we're not going to talk about all of them. Yeah. We're not going to bring in all of them. We're going to talk about this right now.
And I think Arcane worked so well because it was a show. It wasn't just a movie. Help.
It does help.
And someone also added that the Street Fighter animes that they did were actually very good. But you know why? Because they had excellent fight scenes. They made use of that animation. So, and bringing it as larger than life and these big martial arts. That, you're going to need to do that. Yeah. This is going to be constant. Like, has anybody seen the Dead or Alive movie? No. Dead or Alive is another video game franchise, or a fighting game franchise that they made. It is cheesy as hell, but they stick to the basics of the game. It is a bunch of fighters from all around gathering together for a tournament. And Dead or Alive is actually okay. I know people are going to say, you are out of your mind. As far as we are a fighting game, a fighting tournament, and we have constant fights going on, it succeeded in that. When you try to interject other storylines into it, like with the original Street Fighter, it wasn't them fighting. It was, oh, we're against M. Bison and we're the UN peacekeeping. Shut up. Just fight. Let them fight. Let them fight.
Can I make a request?
Please do.
Can Jackie Chan be Chun-Li again? Can I have that?
I would watch that.
That is one of the greatest moments of any movie, but
Or
probably that was actually a really good live action Street Fighter while she mentions it, yeah.
bring Ming-Na Wen back. Like, I don't care. Just
I would like to see her in a cameo role.
in a cameo.
Yes,
for
I would
sure.
like to see her in a cameo role, but
The new Mulan was pretty decent at fighting.
but also they made a if you'll recall, and I'm gonna bring up a really horrible memory. They made a Legend of Chun-Li movie not too long ago.
They did. I did not see it.
And like the first thing they did in this movie was like, okay, here's this Chinese girl. She's no longer Chinese. She's white. They like instantly.
Don't do that.
Oh, we need to give her plastic surgery to hide her appearance. Like, why? Like, the first girl that actually was playing Chun-Li, like, before the facial reconstruction stuff, was not a bad Chun-Li. And, like, when they, literally, like, when I did not pay to watch this movie. I watched on some streaming service. And as soon as they changed her, I went, no.
No.
And I stopped right there. I cannot tell you what.
Done.
I can't tell you what the rest of that movie was because I was like,
Doesn't
no.
matter.
So, and also, Bat in the Sun, who we've talked to a couple times, they made a Power Rangers Street Fighter movie a couple years ago that was really good. But you know what? They kept it to the basics of make them fight, and let's have good fight scenes. Which that's. Remember when we were at San Diego Comic-Con, the stunt actor I saw, Peter Jang, he played Ryu.
Okay,
That's where I was first introduced to him.
Yeah.
And, it was a solid movie, because it didn't, like, don't try to do more. Just throw hands.
You need to focus on something. You can focus on fighting, or you can focus on a couple of, but focus on something.
I want to see, like, a TV series or a series of movies or something that, I'm sorry, you don't get to see all of them at once. We're going to take you through one person's journey or two people's journey, maybe. Make a cartoon series where every new episode is somebody else, like, how did they get to the ring? What was their journey to get there? And I want to see it for Killer Instinct, personally.
Killer Instinct's one of the brutal.
Killer Instinct was my jam.
Yeah.
It was the one I put quarters in the machine at the gas station to play.
Yeah.
What did you want to see?
Huh?
What did you were saying you wanted to see?
Oh, I just want to watch someone beat up a car.
Who does that?
Like, it's my favorite part of Street Fighter is beating up the car.
Like some kind of cameo with the barrel challenge, maybe. Like, you know.
What if Honda is just mad, and Honda's just mad, and he needs to beat up something, and he goes into a parking lot, just picks a car, and just beats up the car.
You do have to have some good special effects in there, too, because I know that was one thing they skipped on in the first Street Fighter movie. We didn't see them, like, doing the Hadokens or the sonic booms or stuff like that.
That's why I said Killer Instinct. It has the most. You'd have to do the most, but it is fun.
So,
I did like the Mortal Kombat movie last year.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
I was talking about the original Mortal Kombat movie with
No, I know. Yeah.
Robin Shou. But anyway, I did like Talk to Me. These directors are really good. So I kind of feel like it's in good hands. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I think they can do this. I think they can do this. So yeah, keep your eyes out for Street Fighter, the live action coming.
Coming when?
We don't have anything yet. Literally, they just announced the licensing on it.